I guess, Game 7 clinching games. I have a few of the best Game 7s throughout the NBA history, and then we'll go into some other sports. I'm going to start us off with two that people know fairly well. Obviously, you're going to have to say LeBron in 2016 against the Warriors. It's just one of the games, the last Game 7 we've ever had. So it was 9 years ago. We also had the Spurs versus the Heat in 2013, where LeBron put on 37 and 12 in Game 7 when the Heat winning 4-3. That is crazy. And then I've got one more, and it's a bit of a flashback. Did a bit of research for this one. The Pistons versus the Lakers in 1988 NBA Finals. A bloke called James Worthy for the Lakers had 36, 16, 10, and 2 steals in Game 7. That is incredible.
That's a game.
That is unbelievable. So you know what I'm taking from all this? The stars rise in the biggest games. So if SGA has a good game, I can't see honestly, if SGA has 30, it's going to be hard for the Thunder to lose. We will see. To be fair, it's like 30 in every game. What are some other, I guess, game clinching moments, finals clinching moments we've had in other sports, gentlemen?
One of the most underrated ones, I think, from NBA is the Lakers Celtics of 2010, where Kobe famously passed the ball to Ron Artest, kicked it out, hit a massive three, who's now, he used to be called Meta World Peace, but he's changed his name to, I think, Meta Artest something. He's changed his name a few times in the last 10 years. Ron Artest. That was a big three. That was a big
jab stepped and just knocked it down.
Yeah. Which was like, it's funny, 15 years ago, I swear 3-pointers were not that common.
No.
Until probably Steph.
Definitely not.
Where Steph really changed that. Oh, and Ray Allen to a certain extent, but mainly Steph. There's been plenty. Janus, what are some in the world of football?
Well, my mind sort of goes back to 2015, 2016, where Leicester wins the Premier League, but they won it from a game called the Battle of the Bridge.
The Giants and the Swans. If you've heard of.
Yes, but this was a clash between
someone, right?
It was Tottenham versus Chelsea. So Chelsea hosted Tottenham at Stamford Bridge, and Tottenham were Leicester's main competitor for the title, and they had to win this game to stay in touch. A draw or a loss meant that Leicester automatically win the title, and it was a very heated. It was a very heated game. I forget his name. But there was like a eye gouging. There was eye gouging. Yeah, so I've got it up here actually. Dembele. Yeah, Dembele eye gouged Diego Costa, the Chelsea striker, Diego Costa. There was pushing, there was shoving. Tottenham went into halftime 2-0 up. And then goals from Gary Cahill, I think, and Eden Hazard at the other side of halftime meant that the game ended 2-2. Tottenham lose touch with Leicester, and Leicester, after their 5,000-1 odds to win the Premier League.
Wow.
Arguably the greatest win of any team ever in anything.
2016 was like the best year for underdogs. The Bulldogs won the premiership. Yeah. The Cavs won the NBA.
The Cavs.
Leicester won. And the Chicago Cubs won the World Series after a 108-year drought. Like, it was just the most...
108 years.
That's madness.
It was the most... And I'm pretty sure Cronulla won the rugby, and they hadn't won a title in like 50 years.
Yeah, true.
So it was like a massive year for upsets.
That's beautiful.
They just... Yes. It was beautiful.
That's why we love sport. Just those moments.
What about the 2023 Cricket World Cup?
Here we go.
That's a very good shout.
2023 World Cup.
The
Travis Head.
137.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Marnus.
Yes.
That
What
was
a moment.
that's
Sorta-
phenomenal.
yeah, what a game. What a game.
When you said the World Cup, I was thinking of the New
Qatar World.
Zealand. I was thinking New Zealand versus England.
Oh yeah, 2015.
19.
Oh no, what was
No,
that?
no, no,
No,
no,
19.
19.
Sorry,
That was an
Sorry.
outrageous
I jumped
game.
out.
That was
Yeah.
phenomenal. At the same time of Djokovic and Federer.
And Federer.
I'll never
Yeah.
Oh
forget.
yes.
It was fate that I saw that. I was in bed, asleep, and I woke up the over before the super over. And I just, it was just fate that I was meant to witness it. It's an unbelievable game.
I just love those moments where it's just you're just sitting there and just this is just amazing. Like, I love sport. This is just why what just gets me. Just it's halfway across the world in two sports I don't really play, but it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
What about Ben Stokes Headingley? That was
Yes, nightmares.
Change my mind here. Oh, no, I'm not really directing this at you two. I'm directing this more at the viewers. That is the best innings of a batsman, I reckon, of all time.
Yeah,
Series on the line.
against the old rival, against the rivals.
70 needed, or 72 needed, or something. Jack Leach scores the greatest one in the history of Test cricket. And Ben Stokes makes 135 or whatever he made. That was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like nothing I've ever seen. And I'm sure you two are the same. It's like nothing we've ever seen.
Yep.
No, definitely not.
It was
That was remarkable.
I reckon I lost a kilo of sweat in my bed sheets that night watching that.
I did
my
too.
body was shaking for an hour and a half.
Yeah. I
It
couldn't
was
believe it.
And it was like a knife and just twisting slowly.
I was gonna say, I just got up here. I just wanted to see what they chased down. They chased a record 359 runs.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Talk about a bloke that was untouchable.
But talk about iconic shots. That shot of him outstretched with his bat. What an iconic image that is.
And as an Aussie, that's a hard thing to confess.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to say.
The best innings I've ever seen. It was just phenomenal.
We're honest here at the 3 Quarter Time podcast.
We are.
We say it like it is.
Because we love sport. We love Australia, but we love sport.
We have to respect it.
Exactly. Well,
build-up-
speaking of the Ashes, we've had days. There's a lot of tickets being sold.
Yeah,
Exciting.
true.
Yes. It's at the end of the year.
Should be beautiful.
November.
It should be great. I've got a couple of hockey ones, being the
Hit us.
puckhead that I am. Subtitles will be needed
Just quickly, I enjoyed the just watching a bit of the NHL playoffs. I definitely learned a lot.
Yes.
So I might tune in for a couple of games here and there next season. We will see.
Hello.
You're about to get a history lesson now, so just buckle up, everybody.
Oh no.
No, I'm kidding. Game 7's in the finals, probably the most famous one in recent times was the Penguins were playing the Red Wings, Pittsburgh and Detroit.
And which cities? Okay, there we go.
Pittsburgh and Detroit back in 2009. It was a cup rematch of the year prior where Detroit won. And Pittsburgh won Game 7 2-1 to give Sidney Crosby his first of 3 Stanley Cups. Could be wrong. I could have undersold Sid one there. He might have 4, but I think it's 3. And then a couple of years later, I've spoken about this before, the Canucks versus the Bruins. That was a phenomenal series, but the Bruins shut out the Canucks in Vancouver 4-0. Tim Thomas stood on his head and they won the cup. And last year, in what was one of the most roller coaster series of all time, hyped up because of McDavid, because the Oilers had the attitude of cup or bust. and they were 3-0 down in the series. They then won the next 3 games, was 1-1, and then Sammy Reinhart comes screaming down the left wing and just lets it fly halfway through the second period to make it 2-1. And the Panthers hang on to win their first of 2 Stanley Cups in back-to-back seasons. A couple of big game sevens in hockey. Yes.
Give us that. There's like that bloke who's lost like his last 5.
Corey Perry.
What's his name? Give that quick story for the viewers.
So, to those that are not hockey heads, Corey Perry won a Stanley Cup in 2007 with the Anaheim Ducks. Now, he has played for 4 different teams in the last 6 years, and he has lost 5 of the last 6 Stanley Cups. 2020, he lost with the Dallas Stars to the Tampa Bay Lightning. 2021, he lost with the Montreal Canadiens to the Tampa Bay Lightning. He then joined the Lightning and then lost to the Colorado Avalanche in 2022. And then in 2024 and 5, he was on the Edmonton Oilers and lost to the Panthers both times. So the Corey Perry effect is real, people. I reckon it's a stronger curse than the T-Dub effect.
I think it is. I think you would agree.
And that's a big effect.
He's like 40, isn't he?
He's old, yeah. I think he's an unrestricted free agent too. So I'll be interested to see who he curses next.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is great. That's what we like. Well, anything else, lads? I think we are okay.
I think we are good.
We hope your team has a massive final quarter, everybody. We've got
or enjoy the bye if you've got the bye this week.
A few more buys. We'll be done soon. Anyway, we are pegging away. Hope you're all enjoying, and we will see you next week. Thank you very much.